Greetings! Welcome to Act Natural, the D&D podcast where players from across the world explore two sister campaigns set in the same homebrew world. This week's episode features The Luck of the Draw. To get the latest updates, find us on Facebook with our name Act Natural, or follow us on Twitter at ActNatural_D&D. Now, on to the show. Last time on The Luck of the Draw, the party was recovering from the aftermath of the ghost encounters and the aging of Nyx. Brief hugs were shared before minds turned to loot. Zeno bested Finn and quickly grabbed a handful of gold before he could divvy it up, leading to some distrust amongst the party. With all of their tasks complete, the party set off towards the Saluban capital of Dusa. Nyx, overcome with emotion at the thought of leaving Rose again, briefly lost control of her wild magic and summoned some flumps. The group spent the next few days traveling, having various conversations. Eventually, they noticed a group of campfires while camping. Finn and Zeno snuck off to investigate. The pair discovered that the fires glimmered within an orc camp, and they were cornered when they tried to back away. Meanwhile, Graffiti asked Nyx and Ezrin to interpret some meaning of his vision and directive from Lathander. Unfortunately, they were also surprised by orcs. Instead of fighting or running away, Ezrin decided to run towards the camp in captivity. Graffiti and Nyx followed suit, although questioning his decision. Once captured, the group was informed that they would be sacrifices to Grumsh, the orc deity, for the upcoming raid of the camp's nearby Goliath scum. The party was eventually able to convince the orc leader Largehead to let them retrieve his helmet of specials, as he called it, for him. After a night of revelry, particularly for Zeno, the group traveled for the day along with 5 warriors sent by Largehead to reach their target destination. And that is where we pick up. At the very end of last session, you all had indicated to the orcs that you were preparing to move closer to the Goliath camp, and they were ready to follow. At around this point, the sun is going down, and you can see glimmers of fire in the distance, much like you did the previous evening. So, what would you like to do?
I believe we were sending in Zeno and maybe Finn.
I was going to cast invisibility on Zeno.
Oh.
How close do we want to get to this together before I do so?
How far away does the camp look?
Make a perception check.
Could I do perception or something to see how long it would take me potentially to sneak over there?
Sure, go ahead, Zeno. Ezrin, it looks pretty far off. You're not exactly sure how far.
20.
Zeno, you think that going stealthily, it would probably take you around the same time that it did the previous evening as you were stealthing towards the orcs.
Mm-hmm. How long was that? Like 20 minutes? Or
Probably 15, 20 minutes.
okay. I'd say it's about 15 minutes if you want me to go now. I'd have a good half hour to try to locate the crown. And before
And the spell lasts for an hour, so... Well, are you ready then?
DM, what's your rolling on spell scrolls? You said anybody can cast them, or just if it's on your spell list?
Anybody can cast them, however, there's a penalty if 1, you're not a caster, or 2, it's not on your...
Future spell list or current spell list.
Correct.
Do we happen to have a scroll of detect magic?
No. I can detect magic, but that's just an innate ability.
Yeah, I can't remember all the scrolls we got. Just thought I'd check.
You only have one scroll left.
I believe it may have been a disguised self one, but I'm not sure.
I'm checking.
So, Nyx, just to clarify, what are the limitations to what I'd be able to do while invisible?
You cannot attack. You cannot cast a spell. Not that that's something that you do, but as long as you are not doing those things, you will stay invisible. However, that does not necessarily mean that you don't make noise.
Say if I threw a pebble across the room or something, that wouldn't.
Theoretically, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I theoretically no, that wouldn't get rid of the invisibility, but
Just making sure I'd still have access to my supplies.
yeah. It is a dragon's breath scroll, by the way.
Ah. Not of any help here.
Yeah.
What's the range on detect magic?
I think it's 60 feet.
Forget it then.
Yeah, it's no more than 60 feet, that's for sure. Alright then. Off you go, Zeno.
All right. Be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risks. All right. Any sign of trouble, you just come back to us.
Right.
And I will cast invisibility.
And I will start moving out.
All right, Zeno, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Oh!
I will take that roll still. It's not funny. It's
Nice.
the same bonus, so
As a benevolent DM, I will allow you to keep the natural 20.
Nice.
thank you.
Oh my god, where'd he go?
Nyx walks over, casts the spell on Zeno, lightly touches him on the forehead, and whoosh, he vanishes. The orcs all around you kind of gasp and kind of look around and are slightly confused.
I just kind of turn to them and just kind of give them, it's okay, that sort of gesture.
They kind of nod and are holding their weapons at the ready.
I kind of give them a wait gesture. And I'll kind of move my fingers where Zeno was, move it toward the camp, just kind of circle it around like it's looking around, and then bring it back.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, because they can't speak your language.
Wow.
Hey.
21.
2 14s on a disadvantage roll.
Yeah. Plus, persuasion's one of the things I'm good at.
They seem to catch your meaning, even though words are kind of hard to do at the moment. All right, Zeno, what are you doing?
I'm sneaking toward the camp.
How close would you like to get?
As I approach, I am going to be looking out for traps, too.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
Okay. As you're walking along, are you staying towards the paths or are you staying towards the underbrush?
Kind of toward the underbrush at the moment.
Okay. So you are walking through the brush, kind of looking around. You do see eventually the outskirts of the camp. You see what appears to be one central fire at this point. And you see a similar layout to the orcs that you had previously engaged with. However, there are a lot more tents in this encampment. You smell blood, sweat, sex, booze. There are pens of goats and sheep all around. However, you don't see many actual Goliaths. There seem to be a few on the outskirts that are looking around and keeping watch. However, there does not seem to be a lot of movement inside the actual camp itself.
Okay.
Which is odd, seeing as how the sun just went down.
I'm gonna continue into the camp, heading toward the biggest tent. So that's probably where the item is.
Okay. I'll say for now your natural 20 will hold, but once you start getting towards the center, you will need to make another check. So as you actually enter the camp, it is eerily quiet, apart from the occasional grunt of a guard as you pass, or the running stream that you can hear beyond the cliff.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna try to head inside that bigger tent.
Okay. As you reach the center of the camp, go ahead and make another stealth check with advantage.
Thank goodness for advantage. 25.
All right. You're feeling pretty stealthy.
Nice.
You are walking directly for the large tent?
Yes.
Okay. You move towards it, and the guard that is directly in front of this tent, you kind of watch him for a minute. He's just kind of laying there on the ground. Doesn't seem to be moving. You kind of wait and see if he's faking something, but he just seems to be laying there, not moving.
Odd. Okay, I'll go in.
Okay. You pull back the tent and enter. Go ahead and make another stealth check as you have to open this flap, which causes movement.
Natural 20.
Wow.
My. You wait for the most opportune moment. You wait for a cloud to pass overhead and block all moon and starlight, so it gets just that little bit darker, even though the fire is right outside. And you take your hand, grab just an edge, open it just wide enough for your body, and immediately let it flap back down as if it was simply blown open by a stiff wind. And it goes back to a stop.
And what's inside this tent? Is there another Goliath?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
6.
You look around the tent and you see a couple of things. Towards the back area of the tent, you see a rather large bed. And across the way over here, you see what looks to be a rather large chair. But with a quick glance, that's all you get.
I'm gonna look more closely underneath the bed and under the chair. See if there's anything being hidden.
Make an investigation check.
$14.
Okay. You get down on your hands and knees and slowly begin to crawl towards the bed. You get close enough to where you can feel one of the animal skin blanket, maybe wool of some kind. And you gently lift it up, glance underneath. You don't see anything immediately under the bed. Maybe, what's that? Oh, that's definitely animal bone. Ew, that's gross. That might be mold. So you put that back down, and then you slowly crawl across the floor and glance under the chair. You don't see anything under the chair. I will say at this point, a half an hour has passed.
Yikes. Okay, I better start heading out then. I'm gonna leave the tent.
All right, go ahead and make another stealth check.
Ugh, 12.
Okay. As you are leaving the tent, you try to do that flat motion once again, but you get cocky and your foot snags on one of the supports that holds up this tent, and you audibly make a sound as you trip and then hit the ground around you. Goliath, who was apparently asleep, has been woken out of his stupor, and he's looking around.
I'm gonna try to remain calm and sneak away.
He rolled a 3 on his perception check. He does not immediately see you.
Yes.
He stands up and starts walking around the entire camp. And he seems to be talking to other guards and seems to be rousing them. Go ahead and make another stealth check as you try to leave past these other 2 guards.
A 16.
Okay. As you get to about there, he is coming around the corner, having informed a couple of guards, and this one here that's kind of near the path starts walking towards him, and you hear him start talking in kind of a low, guttural voice. And he kind of goes back to where he's standing, and he is looking out very intently. No, he does not seem to notice you leave.
Okay.
But the one who was outside the main tent does go back after what you can tell is he's probably rousing all of the guards around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that. You make your way back to the group. Everyone else, what would you all like to do in that time? So you have probably 50 minutes or so, 45 minutes before Zeno gets back.
Are we like out in the open?
You were off the road, so you're not out in the open, you're more in the brush.
Okay. Just kind of turn to the party. I think it'd be wise to just lay low until he returns. Maybe find a more secluded spot and see if we can get our orc friends to follow.
As long as it's not too far, we want to make sure he can find us when he returns.
My thoughts exactly.
We're already in the woods a bit. I'm sure I just would like to head a little bit further so we don't get ambushed like before.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Okay, so you all are moving. Where to?
Do you want to help me look for a spot to lay low, Graffiti? This isn't exactly my forte.
Sure. We'll look for like a more secluded spot where we can still kind of keep an eye on this area, just so in case Zeno comes back, we can spot him.
Okay. In this immediate area, there really isn't that much. There's kind of an outcropping of trees with some low-lying underbrush, which is where you are now. However, you are in the plains, so you aren't... It's not like you're in a forest where you could find a grove or a cave. There isn't that much to hide in at the moment.
Nix that idea. No offense.
None taken.
Yeah, I suppose this is good a spot as any, so I'll kind of get low in some of the brush so that, we're not sticking out like a sore thumb, and kind of motion the orcs with my hand to do the same.
All right, so you're trying to get low and stay stealthy?
Yep.
Okay. Is everybody doing the same?
Yeah, I'll join. I'd have to lay pretty flat, given how tall I am.
So everybody go ahead and roll stealth checks.
13.
6.
18.
Oh wait, it's
You have
that's
disadvantage.
17.
Still 6.
Okay. The orcs rolled pretty well too.
That's good. We had one bad egg.
You all lay low in the underbrush. There's nothing else anybody wants to do or talk about? You all watch clouds start to roll in, covering up the night sky. Zeno eventually does make his way back, making his presence known as you still cannot see him.
I did want to discuss something.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
So what's our course of action if he returns without the helm?
I suppose we go from there. I don't know that we were necessarily hoping for him to get it this time. I mean, that would be great. But at least scope out the area, tell us what's there.
Indeed, tell us what we are up against. How many?
Yeah. If need be, I can cast invisibility 2 more times.
That would make for quite the entertaining 3 hours. As reveals his eyes.
I'm sure he will be fine. Perhaps he could give us information on a good place to enter the camp. We shall see.
Yes, it's a good idea. And with these with us, maybe we'll, if their numbers aren't too high, maybe we can actually take them.
And I just thought about something. I don't know why this did not cross my mind before, but I can disguise myself.
Does that include doubling your size?
I mean, I'm 7 foot tall. How tall are these Goliaths? I guess we don't know yet. Would I know how tall a Goliath is, typically?
Make a nature check.
You'd think I'd be better at nature, but nope. Natural 1! Go fucking figure.
You have never seen a Goliath? You do not know.
In fact, you think they're quite short.
Yeah. Yeah, I could be wrong, but they are similar to halflings, are they not?
Oh, graffiti.
But no, seriously, I do have the ability to disguise myself. I am 7 foot tall, so if they are tall, I might be able to blend in.
It's the might part of that that worries me. At least with Zeno, he could sneak in and sneak out. If you go up there alone and they take you prisoner, we're right back where we started. It is an idea worth keeping in mind. Thanks for the offer.
No problem. Yeah, never mind. There was something I was going to work on, but now's not the time.
Eventually, Zeno does come back and joins the rest of you. Are you dropping the spell?
I wasn't going to until I heard him.
Yeah. He comes back and informs you all that he's back.
Okay, then I'll drop it, yeah.
The orcs all kind of sit up and wait for their next command now that Zeno's back.
I'll sort of pat him on the shoulder and say, "Good job, Zeno. I am glad you are okay."
I couldn't locate the crown, though.
Okay. What did you find?
I thought it might be in the biggest tent, and didn't seem to be much there.
How many of these Goliaths did you see?
Surprisingly, it didn't appear there were many.
Did you see how many tents there were?
It was quite a few tents. Not a lot of Goliaths, though.
Perhaps they are all sleeping.
Maybe.
That could go pretty badly if there are a bunch of hidden Goliaths in those tents.
I'm wondering if maybe one of the tents is where they keep their treasure, and that's why the crown wasn't in the large one.
Was there anywhere that seemed particularly guarded?
Just that larger tent had one guard at the front. Seemed to be sleeping, though.
Well, how do we want to proceed?
Was there? Did you see any opportunities for us to infiltrate the camp? Any entrances that would be better suited for us, or?
At the moment, I tripped up a little bit, and their guard's gonna be higher right now.
Oh, okay.
But tomorrow night, the guards will probably be as lax as they were tonight. We might be able to sneak up on them and pick them off one at a time.
I'm not sure we can convince our friends to wait another night.
So, hold on. There was only one guard that was awake, and you saw no other Goliaths that were conscious?
No, one guard was asleep at the very front of the large tent. There was about 3 or 4 others around the camp.
Oh, and they were awake.
Yes.
Oh.
All of them have higher attention now as well.
But you said the camp as a whole was mostly quiet.
Yeah, oddly.
Hmm.
I kept thinking someone was going to jump out at me.
Do you think perhaps their numbers are smaller than we think?
It could be.
We asked the orcs about that, and I think they said that there were quite a few of them, so...
But maybe they were fooled by the number of tents.
It could be.
Could be a ruse. That is a good point. Or it could be a trap.
Possibly.
I could try to go scout it again and see if there's more hidden in tents.
I was thinking the same thing, however, that would put you at even further risk because you would have to peek your head inside these tents.
Right.
That's a lot of tents to peek inside. But I suppose if you peeked inside the first one and there was nobody there, and peeked inside the second one and nobody was there, that would give us a pretty good indication that we are being fooled into thinking that they are far more in number. It's a tough decision.
It's true.
Well, we did discuss another option while you were gone, Zeno. I can disguise myself.
Do you know what Goliath names sound like, though? You'd need to come up with a name. And if there is only just a few of them, I'm sure they'd recognize all of their compatriots.
I think we could benefit from sending him in again, if Nyx wouldn't mind casting again.
I definitely don't mind, but I feel like we're looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yes, well, if he can at least scout different areas of the camp, we'll have a better idea of what
we're up against.
To look for. Yes. Maybe Zeno, maybe if you could hear some of them gossiping, you could have an idea of how they might speak or a name they might use so that Greedy could better disguise himself.
I didn't understand the language they were speaking when the leader seemed to be rousing his troops.
How big did they look? How tall?
How big did they look?
I was going to get there. They were slightly shorter than the orcs, so about 7 to 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I could pass for one pretty easily, that's for sure. So basically, we have two possible options here that are both equally risky.
I could also.
Maybe try to act like a Goliath who lost his tribe or something? That might provide me a distraction too if we work together. That way I can search.
I could, just a thought, but we could all go. I could disguise myself as a Goliath and see if I could lead a group of them out of the camp. We could potentially ambush them, or it would make it easier for Zeno to get into the camp.
I take it you speak Goliath then.
DM, do I know what language Goliath speak? Do they have their own language? I assume I don't know anything about them, given the fact that I thought they were 1 foot tall.
With your natural one earlier, I'm going to say that you do not. However, Nyx, go ahead and make a nature check. Finn, go ahead and make a nature check. You have spent time reading and at monasteries.
14.
5.
Nyx, you do know that Goliaths tend to speak 2 languages, Common and Giant.
Ooh. Graffiti's got the advantage.
Well, as I recall, they do speak Common like we do, or they speak Giant. That is not in my personal wheelhouse, but
I do know how to speak Giant, if they end up speaking that language. I don't know. What do you guys think?
They definitely weren't speaking common.
my only hesitation is that you would be an unfamiliar Goliath to them, and I don't know how they would react to someone that they don't know, but
that is why I think the best plan that we have come up with so far is to bring the whole group as close to the camp as possible so that I could lead some of them away. But
also, another thought that I had. What if I did cast invisibility on Zeno again? You disguised yourself and went into the camp together. I think one of the things that is going to help us is if you cast Detect Magic. I can't imagine that there would be much in there besides this helmet that is magical.
that's a good point. Even if I was only in there for a short time, I could potentially find the location of it very quickly.
But if Zeno was invisible, then you would at least have someone with you, and maybe we can try and get a little closer too. I don't want to blow your cover.
There is tall grass around their camp, right? Just like everywhere else, so they could potentially have everyone hide in the high grass.
Yes, but the closer you get, the more stealthy you're going to need to be, especially if, as Zeno said, the camp is on high alert.
Also, I think I can, as a disguise self, I can make myself look not just like a different race, but I can also make myself look like beat up. Can I do that with disguise self?
Yeah.
I can help you with that.
Oh, very, very funny little man.
Could you imagine our friend's shock if we started fighting each other?
What if we compromise a bit? We close the distance by maybe half of what it is right now, and then send the two of you in. Then we're at least closer than we were.
Maybe if you come in around the distance you need to communicate telepathically, the way you do.
I could possibly do that. The range is 120 feet, and that does I mean,
You have to get pretty close.
stealthing is not my forte.
I think you do better than Ezran, but
No arguments here.
We could also wait for a couple of hours, maybe give the chance for the alarm to die down. Maybe they look around and figure it was just an animal and things calm down a bit before we go back in.
right.
It is possible for me to send a message farther, but it does require more. It's harder, and I would only be able to do it a few times.
Right.
My vote is Nix's idea. Both Xeno going invisible, and I'll accompany him as a beaten up looking Goliath.
Do you know what the Goliath look like?
That's a good question. I guess,
Or will you have to get close enough to see?
yeah,
first?
I assume I would have to get close enough. Because I haven't seen one before.
No, you have not, and with a natural one, you have no idea.
Yeah. So I'd have to get within friggin' 100 feet minimum, and then cast it.
No, you'd have to get closer than that to get a good look at a Goliath because it's dark.
Oh shit! Damn dark vision. Okay, fuck that plan.
I'm gonna pick up a stick and try to draw a picture of a Goliath.
Wow.
Make a performance check.
All right. A 12.
I mean, I could alternatively cast invisibility on graffiti, but as soon as he cast the spell, it would drop.
Yeah, no. Well, actually, it's not a spell. So I don't think that's actually true.
No, if I were to cast invisibility on you, and then you were to cast detect magic, that it would drop.
But it's not a spell either.
Detect magic is not?
Not for me, no. Natural ability.
It would still count as a spell. You're still casting the spell.
Damn you. Alright, fuck that plan. I'm not going in. I say we get as close to the camp as we possibly can without being seen or risking being seen. Send in Xeno one more time, and then approach the camp if he can't find anything.
All right.
That is my vote.
What if worst case scenario happens? We alert the camp. They're coming after us. What do we do?
Hope that there are very few of them.
All right.
We do have our backup friends, so
It's true.
we might be okay.
I hope so.
After all, Xeno only saw 5. So that's 5 on 10.
That we know of for sure.
Hopefully.
Right,
We don't know where the others are, if there are others.
right. And that is the information that is key in this, and that I hope you can get by going in one more time.
Right.
All right, we get closer, I guess.
Yeah, let's say, wait, do we know if Goliaths have dark vision? Does anybody know?
From Nyx's previous role, she would know that they do.
Shit.
Oh wait, that might be wrong. Let me double check.
Because if they do, even if they do have dark vision is only up to 60 feet?
Right.
So, I mean, we could get to within 100 feet of that camp and they aren't going to see anything, as long as there are no sources of light.
As long as you don't make too much noise, they could still hear you.
Right. Is there a D&D limit for noise traveling?
No, they do not have dark vision.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'd say let's get within 150 feet. Why the heck not? They're not going to see us coming as long as we're quiet.
Alright.
It's that last part that I'm worried about, but let's give it a try.
Why's everybody looking at me?
No, I'm looking at myself.
I can help you with that, my friend. I can help you with that. Slightly, but I can help you with that.
Can any of you make an illusion to distract them?
No. Not unless you count my spiritual weapon.
Yeah, just go bash one in the head with that spirit weapon.
And I have no illusions in my wheelhouse except for thaumaturgy, but that's not very strong.
To be fair, I think if they saw a giant stone fence in the air, that would get their attention.
Probably would.
But I don't know if it is the right kind of attention. All right, let's get close, and DM whenever we get within like a minute of that. What's the word I'm looking for? Within that range, I'm going to cast guidance on Ezrin so that he has a little bit of a boost for his stealth check.
Okay. You guys will need to roll one to start, and then you'll roll one when you get closer to the camp, just like Zeno did.
Okay. Well, I can do it both times technically, right? It's cantrip.
Yes.
If anyone needs the boost, he does.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's try it.
Everyone go ahead and make stealth checks for the start of the journey.
What's guidance?
And Ezrin, you get a D4. You
Okay.
get a D4 to add to whatever your roll is.
Thank you.
14, that's not bad for me.
Hey,
Ooh.
Finn.
Freaking Finn, man.
20.
Nice.
16.
Oh, 20 and a 2.
Oh. Roll that D4, man.
So that's 6 total.
Woo!
Solid number.
Better.
I'm not taking off this armor. I spent good money on it.
It's a group stealth check, and for the record, the orcs rolled 18, 16, 18, 19,
Woo!
and 9.
Damn.
Wow.
They're learning really well.
Like a leaf on the wind.
They seem eager to get closer to the camp, and they are going to do whatever you want them to get closer.
Awesome.
So you all begin to get close. You said you wanted to get around 150 feet away, or did you want to go closer than that?
I thought like at least 120 for Nyx.
Oh, yeah, good point. As long as there's no light sources, as soon as there's any light, we will be stopping well in advance of that.
Okay. You all can see the light from the camp as you get closer. There seems
Yeah.
to be one central fire in the very middle. And Zeno, as you approach, you notice that the fire, when you first approached, it was dying down. It is much bigger and much brighter now. And there does seem to be a number of figures that you didn't see before moving about the camp.
How many?
You can't tell from this distance.
The camp looks busier than it was before. We should wait a couple hours at least, see if it dies down.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. So we'll stop where we are and wait and see if things calm down a bit.
While we're waiting, I would like to discuss a strategy that just occurred to me now.
Do any of you have a spell to help hide us better, or kind of feel out in the open?
That invisibility is all I have.
Yeah.
I'll say you're about 200 feet away at this point.
Okay. So keep it down.
So you know how right here we can see, you look at the camp and what do you see?
Fire.
So I imagine they're, from what we gathered from the orcs, they're less intelligent. But they would also probably be drawn to a fire. I'm not suggesting we do this before Xeno scouts again, but it might be a good way to draw them out while we sneak around.
You mean like set up a campfire like 1,000 feet away, try to gain their attention?
Yes, try to at least draw attention away from the camp for the time being so we can slip in and slip out.
I like that idea as long as they do not, if things don't calm down, I think that's a good idea.
I also don't know their tracking ability, so we might want to keep that in mind.
Hmm.
You guys do have that light spell you could use too. It takes less time than making a fire.
I think they're less likely to be drawn towards artificial light than a fire.
I think light's light.
I can change the color of it, so yes, I could make it look like a fire, I suppose.
Well, let's give it some time. If things do not die down within like an hour, maybe two, then I think that's a good plan. It also might allow me to get a good sighting of one of them for our backup plan.
All right. Are we gonna wait then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Ugh. Guidance again on Ezrin.
Thank you again.
Ugh.
Oh no!
Natural one.
There it is. 4.
That's 15 total.
Friggin' Ezrin does better than me.
16.
It's a group stealth though, come on.
Hopefully the orcs did good.
They did okay.
Okay.
Finn and I are keeping us afloat, I think.
Hopefully.
Graffiti, you and Nyx go for the same spot, almost one after the other. So Nyx, you lay down, and then Graffiti almost like squishes you. Oh, sorry! And you kind of let out a quick yelp, and you cover your mouth. You wait a couple minutes. Nothing seems to happen.
My bad.
It's alright.
Guys, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Good job, Ezra, I'm proud of you.
That's high praise coming from Zeno.
Thank you.
An hour or two goes by. You kind of wait, trying to gauge it from the movement of the moon. You can't see from your hiding spot necessarily down in the brush. So is someone going to try to get closer to take a look?
Well, are there still like a lot of figures moving around, and is the fire still like going strong?
You can't see from where you are. You would have to get closer to get a better look.
I'll gesture to everyone to stay put, and I'll start moving ahead a little bit.
I'll cast guidance on you. You never know.
Right? Hey, 22.
Are you going to use the D4?
Might as well try. You never know.
I may as well. So 24.
Zeno, you stealth about 50 feet closer to the camp, going along the same path that you did previously. The camp, it doesn't look as busy as it did an hour ago. However, it does look more busy than it was when you first arrived.
Mm-hmm. Do they seem condensed in a certain area, or what do their numbers look like?
At the moment, they don't seem to be moving. From your previous excursion, you saw only a few guards who were kind of standing post. Now you see them more in different spots throughout the camp. They seem to be much more prepared for something.
About how many are there?
From this distance, you can't tell.
Hmm.
You'd have to get a little bit closer to do that.
Like from this distance, does it look like twice as much probably, or?
You'd have to get closer.
Okay.
You're about 100 or so feet away.
I'll move like a little further, like another 50 feet or so.
Okay, go ahead and make another stealth check.
Oof.
Ugh.
A 10.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Woo! That sounds good.
They rolled a 2 on their perception.
Wow.
I cannot roll
These guys suck.
perception for my NPCs when I DM.
You
ever.
lucky little bastard.
We are the lucky ones. Living up to the name.
Zeno, you do get within 50 feet or so. You actually do step on a branch, and that causes a nearby rabbit to kind of skittle away and make some noise as it jumps through the brush, and you kind of get low and get as still as you can. But fortunately, none of the ones near you seems to notice. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Well, this is the key right here. Ugh.
11.
Okay. From your current position, you can see 5.
Okay.
However, you're only looking from what you can see, because there's tents blocking your path. You can only see about half the camp.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start heading back then.
So you get back to your group around 200 feet away.
I can only get a good look at about half the camp. It looks like there's 5 there.
So we are still in the same position we were before. Shit.
Assume there's about the same amount on the other side of the camp. We should expect about 10.
Well, do we go for another round of invisibility? Look around the camp some more?
Or do we do Ezra's plan?
We'd have a lot more time since we got closer. I'd rather not use our plan unless it's last resort.
I hate risking Xeno like this, but I guess we are not that far away if things go to shit. And I have a feeling that our orc friends are eager to kick some ass.
Well, hopefully we can get in and out quietly.
Nix can always send me a message if I'm not back.
Not quite. I mean, I could make it go farther if I need to.
Only if I'm not back within the hour.
All right. Okay, are we ready?
As ready as ever.
All right, I'll cast it again. 16.
You are able to control the chaos within, and once again, tap Zeno and he vanishes.
I'll head actually into the camp now.
So just make a single roll for when you get close.
Okay. Rolled ahead of time, it's a 15. Decent roll.
All right.
Oh no.
They rolled a 19 and a 5. They have disadvantage because you're invisible.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, I'll move you back over, Zeno, because apparently today is the Zeno show.
Come back with good news. Or any.
You begin to slowly walk through the camp, Zeno, and you do see that these Goliaths seem to be more on edge than they were previously. Some of them are moving around the camp, looking around. Some are still at their posts that they were at previously, but they seem to be more intense in their focus.
I'm gonna try to check this tent here. See if there's anyone inside or what's in there.
All right, are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you just opening the cloth and going in?
I'm doing it stealthily.
All right. Because I don't like the stealth check for that, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
This is being able to open it and close it without suspicion.
19.
Having learned from the previous experience, you are able to deftly enter and close the cloth. You glance around this tent. You see what looks to be 2 cot beds, and there appears to be 1 rather large sleeping individual and 2 rather small sleeping individuals.
Hmm. Okay. What's around this area? If I can search there.
Make another sleight of hand check as you come out.
17.
All right. You exit the tent, kind of wait a second, wait for someone to walk by, keeping an eye out. You approach what looks to be a large pile of wood.
Guess I'll check inside the smaller tent.
All right, another sleight of hand.
22.
You're starting to get in a rhythm. You were able to slip inside this one. Inside this tent, you see what looks to be a number of weapons, furs.
Can I search for the helm here?
Make an investigation check. Are you actually trying to move things around, or are you just looking around the tent?
I'm moving things around a bit. Trying to be quiet, but I also really want to find this.
Okay, make an investigation followed by stealth.
Advantage stealth, or?
No.
'22 stealth, 8 investigation.
Okay. It should have been sleight of hand, but you have the same bonus, so.
Yeah.
You look around this tent for probably 5 minutes, carefully picking up various weapons. You pick up a sword, set it on the ground, pick up an axe, kind of move it off to the side, making sure that none of the metal touches. You spend a good 5 or so minutes going through this tent. You don't find anything that looks like a helmet.
Alright, I'll leave.
All right, sleight of hand.
How long has passed now?
It didn't take you very long to get here because you didn't have the journey that you did before. I will say you've only been in here for maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
You've not been in the camp for very long at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing the same thing for like quite a few more tents. Like probably walking around this way.
Okay, which one are you checking next?
This one.
Sleight of hand to enter?
Yikes. 9. There goes the luck.
Are you serious? They rolled a 4. So, Zeno, you notice your mistake and wait a second. No one seems to come barging in after you. In this one, you also see a couple of sleeping individuals.
Okay.
You are getting so lucky right now. So unbelievably lucky.
Let's try this one here.
Sleight of hand to leave.
12.
Okay. As you are leaving this tent and moving in this direction to where you are on the map, this Goliath here kind of and he starts walking over to where you just were. And he starts investigating the cloth. And he opens it up and looks inside. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stealth a little further down this way.
All right, make a stealth check with advantage.
17.
Okay. He does not seem to notice you as you walk away.
All right. I think I'm gonna try to circle around back up here. And head toward that tent by the large one.
All right. Another sleight of hand.
9 sleight of hand.
Uh-oh.
As you enter this tent, you hear footsteps heading towards you. Doosh, 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 doosh.
Is there somewhere to hide in this tent? I'll just hide in the corner.
This tent looks to be another tent with individuals sleeping. There are 4 separate beds, 2 of which are filled. You can tell from the outlines in the cots.
I'll head in the back behind the bed.
The cots, so it's a rounded tent, so there isn't an actual place behind the cots. All of the cots are spread out around the outside edge of the tent.
I'll try to crouch between 2 of the cots of the sleeping, of the smaller sleeping children.
Okay, go ahead and make another stealth check.
24.
Okay. Rolled a 19, but their perception isn't high enough. You crouch down and get as quiet and tight as you can as you see a Goliath poke his head in. And just look around. He spends a long minute looking over the entire room before eventually poking his head back out.
Alright, I'll wait a couple minutes for him to disappear. And then I'll stealth out very quiet-like.
Alright. Sleight of hand and a stealth.
Yeah. Natural 20 stealth, 22 sleight of hand.
Alright. You are able to very quietly move outside of the tent, and with moving the cloth as little as you can, and as soon as you step outside and kind of look around, you notice that Goliath who had entered your tent is standing right outside the entrance. As you exit, he seems to be looking towards this Goliath here, who seems to have walked over and is saying something. And he responds, and he turns back and looks at the door, but the cloth is already still. I'll say at this point, you're at about a half an hour.
Let's see. I feel like I'm not really getting anything out of this. I mean, I'm getting an idea for their numbers, so that's good. Let's peek into this tent here. Still have time.
Alright. Sleight of hand.
17.
Okay. You enter. Seems to be a familiar sight. This one has a few more individuals in it. This one seems to be large-sized, well, I should say medium-sized creatures. So, adults. All of these Goliaths do seem to be sleeping.
Alright, I'll exit again with a 16.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading back to where the others are waiting. I don't seem to be getting a lot out of this.
All right, go ahead and make another stealth check just to make it past the outside ring of guard.
Okay. 26.
Yeah, you're fine. So you head out of the camp, start making your way back towards everybody else. Everybody else, anything that you would like to do while Zeno is gone?
Nothing that I want to do is quiet, so I'll stay quiet.
Yeah, just watching and kind of keeping track of time in case I need to send a message.
Okay. It gets to about a half an hour, Nyx. You haven't heard or seen him.
I'll give it a little while longer. If it gets to like 50 minutes, that's when I'll really start to worry, and then I'll message him.
About the 45-minute mark is when you hear leaves rustle, and it seems to be someone making their way directly for your group.
Okay, I will send a message toward that sound.
All right, what do you say?
Zeno, is that you?
I'll just speak out loud as I start to approach. I'm back.
What did you see?
There's quite a lot of them. A lot of them are sleeping, as Graffiti had guessed. At least 3 in each tent,
Ugh.
if not more in certain tents.
Hmm.
Some small, probably children, but
And you did not see the helmet?
I didn't. I found a room with a few supplies. If I had more time, maybe. If I wasn't so concerned with staying quiet in there, but
I think I like Ezran's plan at this point. Make a large light far enough away that it will be a nuisance to for them to follow, and maybe split them up into 2 groups. And we can maybe I could go in at that point and see if I can find the helmet at least, or we could just ambush them if there is a small enough group that comes out, or ambush the camp if it's the smaller of the 2.
right.
However, did you say kids?
There are kids there, yes.
I do not know how I feel about that.
I think that's our best option. A distraction. And Graffiti goes in and uses detect magic to try and find it.
Alright. That would mean Ezra needs to go far away. Does anybody want to go with him? Or do we want to stay, the 4 of us here, and Ezra goes on his own to light that light? He should have enough time to get out of there without being seen, I would hope.
Or perhaps most of us stay here and maybe Zeno goes since he's, quicker, stealthier.
But he cannot cast light, though. Although I guess he could just light the fire. That's true.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to potentially take out the group that goes out there, Ezrin could go with the orcs.
My idea was more we move in, move out. I'd rather not fight more than I have to.
I think we should have a plan for both circumstances. If the light draws only half the camp, what do we do? And then we need a plan for if it draws in most of the camp. If it draws in half the camp, do we ambush the lesser populated one?
I can't imagine they send a large party out of the camp. They do have women and children to protect, it looks like. It'd probably be a smaller group that moves out.
The tent that you're talking about, where is it located within the camp? Is it toward the edge of the camp? Is it possible that we could maybe sneak in through the back of it, underneath?
It's pretty much in the middle, right by the firelight.
Of course it is.
Which tent are you referring to, Zeno?
The tent with all the weapons and supplies.
Okay. Just making sure the information was right.
Yeah.
As a note, though, you obviously couldn't go through much of it.
Right.
However, make an intelligence check.
5.
Okay, carry on.
I am very smart.
Always the ones that we need. And were there any other tents that could have held it, or does that seem like the most obvious option?
It seems the most likely to be in there somewhere, but it could still be in the bigger tent if I didn't look around as well as I thought I did.
Hmm.
Or who knows, one of them could be holding on to it.
I can cast invisibility one more time, but that is as many times as I can cast it, and then I would be all out of those kinds of spells.
Alright, so what's the plan?
I don't know, do we create a distraction of some sort? Maybe
Graffiti could be there for the distraction too, that way you can get a good look at them.
this is true. I'm hoping that if we create a distraction, though, it will put them on even higher alert. So I'm hoping that if we do that, that somebody else can go in and find the helm.
And I think I would be the best at doing it at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM. Detect magic is 60 feet range?
30 feet.
Oh, shit. I guess all I'd have to do is just quickly walk around the camp. Just see if I get any pings.
You should probably at least disguise yourself as one of the Goliath, though, for that.
Oh, I know. But my vote is not to go in unless we distract them first. I do not want to go in there now. They are on alert. If I look suspicious at all, they are not going to buy it. Even if I can speak their language.
Graffiti, as a note, with your Furbolg magic, you cannot cast both spells in the same day.
Oh, yeah, shit. Well, that's a problem. It's a problem. That plan's useless now.
Know your abilities, guys.
Well, I think we're down to one option. Light that fire, ambush them. We really don't have any other options. We could try one more time invisibility on Xeno for the last remaining tents, but that is a gamble. And if it fails, our resident sorcerer has much less in terms of abilities to use in a fight.
Alternatively, we could maybe have some of us, maybe, I don't know, Ezran and the orcs, go around and, start a skirmish on one side, and then the rest of us sneak in and look for it while they're distracted that way.
But we know that we are outnumbered, that is for sure. Whether or not we are outnumbered in skill, that I do not know.
It'd be a risky maneuver.
But then it could possibly be a pincer attack. They have them drawn towards them. Maybe one or two of us searches for the helm and the rest of us come in from behind.
I don't think Ezran would be the best to go with the orcs, given he is our front line.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. He's the strongest of all of us. If anybody could hold them off while we search, it would be him.
Thank you, Nick.
What I mean is if we get caught, we are wide open. The 4 of us, I mean.
True.
I mean, if all their warriors head for Ezrin, though, I doubt the children will do much besides try to hide. We just stay away from the mothers protecting their children.
Alternatively, we have mentioned perhaps not going through with this. Do we back out now before we get ourselves into too much trouble? Also, I kind of tap Zeno's hat. Are they just looking for any sort of magical hat?
Oh, I don't think I have the hat on anymore. I took it off a while ago.
Oh,
It's still in my bag.
well then I'll at least gesture to Zeno then.
They definitely seem to be going towards a specific helm. And if we were thinking of not going through with this, and Ezra kind of shifts his eyes back and forth, I would want to get away from camp.
Can I try to look at the orcs and see what they're doing? What they might be thinking?
What they're thinking, make an insight check. They seem to be looking off kind of on their own little patch.
Mm-hmm.
You look over, Zeno, and you see all of them are kind of moving their hands very close together. All 5 of them.
Like motioning to each other, or they looks like they're casting a spell.
You don't know Graffiti, you're not the one looking. They don't seem aggressive from a 14 insight check. They seem rather calm, but eager to get into a fight.
Do you think we could take these guys on? Because I'm not sure. But kind of nodding toward the orcs.
I think Nix's idea of not going through with it and taking on our friends is probably a decision that has passed at this point. If we were to try and convince them to leave and head off to another area, I don't think they would follow.
Just weighing all our options, that's all.
For sure. We are stuck between a rock and a hard place, for sure.
So then we just need to pick a plan and go with it.
Let's try to draw a few of the warriors out. With maybe Ezra and Finn and the orcs. That way they have numbers, and then we can be a small team that goes in.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds as good a plan as any at this point.
After all, Ezra and Finn are our muscle, I think, so they'd have the best bet taking on Goliaths.
I don't know what to do with that information, Josh. I'll keep it to myself. I'll tell you guys later.
Okay. So, their group circle around one side, we circle around the other.
All right. Finn and Ezra to the left, us 3 to the right. Let's see what happens.
Are you setting up a fire to draw them out, or no?
Not yet.
No, we're gonna basically do a fight. All the orcs and Ezra and Finn assaulting the camp, while the other 3 of us kind of go around back and try to see if we can get in far enough to find that helmet.
Okay. So you're splitting up. Are we doing separate stealth checks then? So you're going immediately in 2 different directions?
Well, I don't think Ezra and Finn and the orcs are going to be stealthing. I think they're going to be like...
Well, we should probably stealth away from each other at least, so that
Oh,
they're
I
not
see. Yeah,
drawing attention directly to us right now.
that's true.
Zeno, where are you telling the orcs, Finn, and Ezrin to go? You are the only one who has seen this camp, and you have not really described it to them. Where are you telling them to go?
It's all up to you, Zeno. Battlemaster.
Can I see that other map again real quick, just so I can...
Nope.
Damn. I'll have him go from the top of the camp, sort of the farther from the side farther from the large tent, but like at the top.
All right, so you're telling them to approach from the north.
Yes.
All right.
Directions.
So Finn and Ezrin, go ahead and make stealth checks.
21.
Ugh.
It's the second natural 20 he's wasted on the stealth check.
No.
9.
Hopefully the orcs make up for it.
I'm upset enough right now, Josh. Come on.
The orcs rolled average. Got a 6, a 14, a 12, a 5, and a 7, and Finn got a 21. So that helped you a little bit. Alright, so you guys are being a little noisy as you're walking away. Zeno, Nyx, Graffiti, you all are going in the other direction. So go ahead and roll your own stealth checks.
And next you get the D4 added. Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Average rolls.
Average.
So 14 total.
Nyx is about as stealthy as me, a 14.
I'm a 10.
Finn, seeing as how you are the only player going in that direction, I'm going to put you in charge of Ezrin and the orcs. Congratulations. And the other 3 are going to do their own thing. So, Finn, as you and Ezrin are moving through the brush towards the camp, you seem to be a little noisy than you were probably hoping. And as you start to get close to the outskirts, you can actually see a couple of goliaths. Their heads kind of perk up. And you kind of hear them call to each other, and some of them seem to notice your approach. What are you guys doing?
Is there a map for this, or?
There will be once I figure out what you're doing. So you're probably 50 feet from the camp at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna go towards them.
You're just going to run and charge in?
We'll let them come to us.
So you kind of all stop on the outskirts, and the orcs are just kind of... They're growling and holding their weapons tightly, getting ready for combat. They can see it's time. And Finn, you can see, and I'll go ahead and move you all over. You're a little bit farther out than this, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to leave you 2 there. And you do see a group of what looks to be 4 or so orcs beginning to gather, or I'm sorry, Goliaths beginning to gather over here. Not me! And they seem to be yelling. And some of the others are kind of looking around.
Yeah, I'll start leading Nyx and Graffiti toward the other end of the camp.
Are you coming in the way that you had come in a couple other times, or are you coming in from the creek side?
From the creek side. Go more opposite end.
It's going to take you guys a little bit longer to get there, but you can do it.
I'll actually confide in them and say, do you want to take a little longer route to be on more of an opposite end, or should we head straight there?
Which way is closer to the tents that you did not check out?
Probably the further end.
And let's do that.
I'll nod and start walking around to the further side.
Okay. As you guys get closer, you do notice that the orcs are seeming to move towards whatever disturbance is on that side. Some are staying and looking around.
The Goliaths, you mean?
Yes, sorry. The Goliaths do seem to be looking, and some are moving towards the brewing conflict on the northern side.
Okay, just making sure that you said the right group of people.
Trying to keep track of so much.
Making sure that I know who you're talking about.
Right.
Finn, Ezrin, if you're here, what are you two doing as this group of Goliaths is starting to form?
Well, since I can't really see, I'm going to light a torch.
I would cast light on you.
Ezrin casts light on his shield so you can see Finn.
So I will direct the orcs to charge.
All right. Before that starts, Nyx, Graffiti, and Xeno, go ahead and roll another stealth check for me.
11.
Oh my. Natural one.
Oh gosh.
23.
Well, GG.
All righty.
Fine, we'll be fine.
Fuck.
It's gonna be great.
I helped disguise Graffiti's steps.
I'm pretty sure that's my third natural one today.
Yeah, I think it is. It's crazy.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative then, folks.
Oh shit. Ooh, next.
Holy shit, guys! I rolled a natural 20. What the heck?
Wow. All the rolls are dope. Look at that.
Nice.
And I still rolled less than Graffiti. This is not fair.
Wow. Wow, and they rolled crappy, I'm assuming that's what that is. Hopefully that's not the orcs.
Nope, that was Ezrin.
Oh. Oh no.
Fittingly, he's at the bottom. As you three are kind of cresting the top of this hill towards the camp, you hear the sound of orcs yelling a battle cry. "Nushire!" And they charge. So we are beginning combat. Jumping into the very top of combat is Graffiti. You are still stealthing up towards the edge of camp. You aren't sure if they have noticed you yet. What are you going to do on your turn?
This is when I realized I can't see shit,
Yep.
and lighting a torch would be a bad idea. Because we're in pitch dark, right?
Yep.
Fuck.
You can see the firelight in this direction, but it's too far to affect your own vision. So you are effectively blind at the moment. Xeno and Nyx are kind of guiding you, which is why your stealth check was so bad.
There's really not much I can do, because I'll start walking into shit. Can I use my action to try and re-hide?
Yes. The hide action is what you can do.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. What do I need to roll on that? Just stealth check?
Just roll another stealth check.
Please, for the love of God. Oh my god. An 8.
The rolls that I just had you do before combat was for your approach, so it wasn't
Okay.
as you were getting up here. So, alright, that's an 8. Good to know. Nyx, you're up. You can see at least one Goliath here.
Does it look like he has noticed us?
You aren't sure. At the moment, his attention seems turned towards the conflict up in this area, but Graffiti's making a bit of noise.
Okay.
And ducking down.
It's amazing how all three of you are together in the initiative order.
I know.
That's insane.
That's so funny. Gosh, I am going to... I'm gonna hold my action for in case anyone comes toward us.
All right, what are you going to hold?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna... Actually, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
All right.
Good idea.
And then I'm just gonna wait there and see if we've garnered any attention.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor. Go ahead and roll your d20.
Oh god,
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
it's gonna happen. Oh,
18.
Nope. Even in the stress of the situation, you force yourself to stay calm. Zeno.
Alright, I'm going to stealth to about here, ready to help guide Graffiti. And use my bonus action to hide, too.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. What are you doing for your action? Anything?
Damn, just a 9. I'll prepare my bow just in case. Hold action for if this guy comes closer.
Okay. Finn.
Now, what stars this was? I told the orcs to charge. Does that happen, or do I have to wait for their turn?
They're going to charge on their turn. So you yelling charge was the start of combat.
And they rolled a 3 there. They're after Ezra.
Yep.
boy.
I will hold my action until after they go.
Okay, what are you holding?
An attack. Do I get to move after I held action or no?
No, you can only hold your action, so you would lose your movement and your bonus. Unless the action you held was your movement.
Okay, I'll just hold a quarterstaff attack.
Alright. It is now the Goliath's turn. All 5 of them seem to get enraged that you are attacking their camp. The 5 here are just going to move up towards all of you. So we're going to get one there, and there, and there,
Oh my god.
one there.
This looks a lot scarier.
This one cannot attack this turn. Well, actually, yeah, you can. That's 30 feet. I thought it was 35. So we're going to get 2 attacks at Ezrin, 1 at Finn, and 2 at Orcs. Oh boy, this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. All of them are going to go reckless.
Oh god.
So here is one at an orc.
Oh my
It's-
lord.
Other orc. Hits. Finn. 15 to hit.
Miss.
Alright. Then we got 2 at Ezrin, whose armor class is 19. That hits.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh man!
That one misses. Alright. So this entire group of Goliaths just charges up, all wielding great axes, and just comes whoosh, whoosh, slashing through all of you. 2 of the orcs take hits, and they seem to just kind of take it. They seem to take it in stride, actually. It doesn't seem to do that much damage to them.
Orc power!
Ezrin, you do take 6 points of slashing damage as Finn just whoosh dodges out of the way. This one here is going to move towards you all. So Zeno, you can take your attack of opportunity as they heard you approaching.
Alright.
Nice.
I accidentally rolled sneak. I don't think
That's
I
alright.
got sneak.
Even if you roll it every single time, that way you don't have to do it after the fact.
Turn it off and on.
Okay.
That does hit for 4 piercing. comes up to you, and he's going to make an attack. Reckless.
Ooh.
Double
Haha.
4s, 9. Are you kidding me?
Yes! Thank you. I
That
don't want to
is
die.
ridiculous. So that misses, and you hit him. Kind of sinks into his bicep as he's running. He pulls it out and throws it down. You did a little bit of damage to him as he ran up. This one here is going to start running this direction towards all of you.
And I can't see anything.
Nope. You just hear footsteps. So that one gets into melee with you, Zeno. You can't attack this turn. That's all you guys can see, because the rest of them are blocked. So you don't know where they are.
I'm gonna cry.
That is their turn. It is now Ezrin's turn.
Like, can I do a reaction
Yep. What's your reaction?
for the because they ended their turn within 5 feet, so
All
I
right.
can move up to my half my speed, so 15 to step back.
All right. So go ahead and move your 15. Ezrin, are you here, or do you want me to do it for you?
I could do it.
Go for it.
Well, sorry, orc friends, for this, but I'm gonna use my necrotic shroud.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. So that's 4 of the Goliaths and 2 of the orcs. Charisma. They have a negative on charisma. Let's see how this goes. First one fails. Second one fails. Natural 2. Third one fails. Fourth one fails. I didn't turn them off, Graffiti. You just can't see them. They're so far away on the map.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't, because that's categorically untrue. Okay. They are just frightened, correct?
Yeah, they're frightening me till the end of the next turn. And then I get an extra damage equal to my level, necrotic damage, for the next minute.
Yeah, once on each of your turns.
Okay. And I have giant, awesome skeletal wings, but don't mess
So, Finn, you see Ezrin kind of just kind of growling into the ether, and those giant black spectral wings shoot out the back of him. That's your action, Ezrin.
I'm gonna do a shield of faith on myself.
Oh, all right. That increases his AC to 21. The orcs are going to basically bum rush. So this one's going to come over here. This one's going to come here. And this one's going to run around to get to there. So we are going to get multiple attacks here. I'm just going to roll 5 attacks. The orcs, you also see, are kind of energized, growling and just kind of screaming in their faces.
Woo!
First one, that's a natural 20. That's hilarious. Second one, I'm gonna roll them all. Third
Woo!
Hey, nice.
and fifth.
Woo! Woo!
Holy
you
shit.
Nice!
serious?
3 nats.
Damn!
3
Reckon
natural 20s.
These guys really were eager to fight.
Apparently, holy hell.
That's amazing.
Okay, I feel better now.
One of them missed, but holy balls. All right. Math is fun. Math is super duper fun. That's a crit. So Finn and Ezrin, you see all of the orcs just charge in, and they start hacking to hell. Specifically, they attack the red one, the blue one, and the green one. The green one looks like it took the most impact.
I had my held action.
Yes, you did. Sorry, Finn. Go ahead. Which one are you attacking?
Blue or pink, were either of them hit?
The blue one... Yeah. The blue one did take damage. Yes, the blue one took damage.
Alright, I'll do a quarterstaff attack on the blue one.
Go for it. That will hit. So you come down, crack right in the side. Doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping. He seems to kind of just throw your staff off and get ready for the next attack.
So that's all I can do, right? Because I held it.
Correct.
Now, Michael?
Yeah, so Graffiti, you're up. Sorry.
Dude, I know I can't see still, but I can hear fighting.
Yes, most definitely.
Does it sound like it's like pretty damn close to me?
I think you would have felt Xeno like dodge
Like
back
the air?
behind you.
Yeah, you would have heard the slash near Xeno, which was a few feet from you, and then footsteps running towards you.
Okay, I will hold my action, which will be just me swinging my mace at an enemy within range whenever I can see them, and I'll yell out, "I need some light!" And that's my turn.
Nix.
All right, I am going to cast light on Graffiti's shield. That's my action.
All right, what are we seeing?
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn to him and say, "Find the helm." And then I'm going to put myself between him and them. And that's my turn.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Go ahead and drag a torch on Graffiti so you can see.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yay! Oh shit. Okay.
Is that everything, Nix? Sorry.
Yes, that's everything. That's my turn.
Xeno.
I'm gonna head up here to slash at that one with my sword. Hey! Natural 20.
Yes!
The 20s are flowing. My goodness. All right. So you take your rapier and just stick it right into its abdomen. You're expecting it to, almost kind of fall over and wince in pain. You redraw it, and it's just kind of staring there right in your face. Doesn't seem to have done too much damage. You didn't get sneak attack, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action to disengage and then back up again.
All right. Do we want to take a quick break real quick?
I'm cool with that, yeah.
Maybe?
Short break. Short break.
Alright.
Okay.
Jumping back in, it is Finn's turn. So Finn, what are you doing?
So you said the green one took the most damage?
Correct.
I'm going to spend a key point to Step of the Wind, disengage,
All right.
come around over here, and quarterstaff.
All right. You have advantage. You are flanking with Ezrin. 20 hits. Come down right on the side. Whack! But once again, it doesn't seem to have the full impact that you were expecting it to.
And I will spend another key point to Flurry of Blows.
You've used your bonus action to disengage.
No, I spent a key point to Step of the Wind.
I'm pretty sure you have to do that as your bonus action. Double check.
Yeah, it does say that. Okay.
If you would rather have not disengaged, you can do that.
That's fine.
Alright. So Finn lands a solid blow on the green. It is now the Goliath's turns. Oh boy. So these three are going to gang up over here. So we're going to get Goliath on Orc, and then we're going to get another Goliath on Orc and one attack at Ezrin, because he cast a spell. So we'll do the one at Ezrin. Reckless. 14 to hit. Misses. So he sees 21.
Which one attacked Ezrin?
The purple.
I have my sentinel, so.
Go for it.
Was it the green one or the purple one? Because the green one would be advantage, right?
Purple. Well, they did reckless, so you get advantage regardless. 13, that barely hits. So you come down with your staff again, crack! Hit it. Hit this one kind of in the thigh, and it doesn't really seem to care at all. Alright, I gotta roll all the rest of their attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dang.
Oh, double net 20s on that first one. Holy crap.
That's insane.
Wow. Okay. The 3 orcs and the 3 Goliaths on the right are just hacking and slashing at each other. Screams, yells, punches are being thrown, weapons are going everywhere. Ezrin, it is your turn if you're here.
Not that I want to die, but you also didn't give the Goliaths next to us a turn. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, these guys were supposed to be frightened too. I didn't know if you took that into account.
Actually, that is true. I did not. It wouldn't have mattered, to be honest, because it would have just been the first roll for each one, and they either all would have still missed or hit, so no change.
Gotcha.
Because it would have been a straight roll. I'll come back to them in a second, Mix.
Just gonna go vanilla and attack the one between me and Finn. 19 to hit.
That hits. So you slash across him.
Then it's +4, so 17. Because of the shroud.
Correct. The green one's starting to put on a little wear and tear. Looks like he's starting to fall, to get really low on health. Coming down to the ones at the bottom. They are going to move up. We're going to get one attack at Nyx and one at Xeno.
Does Graffiti get his held action?
You would at the one down here.
Yeah.
That hits. So you come down on his arm as he's reaching forward to hit Xeno. Crack! You hit him. So here is the attack on Nyx. 17 to hit.
Yep. Doesn't take much.
15 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
Xeno. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Also 15 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
Now comes to the orcs' turns. All the orcs are once again going to unload.
Can I Hellish Rebuke the one that attacked me?
You finally remembered. Yes, you can. So go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. So he needs to make a dex save.
Such a good technique. You gotta remember.
Somehow I think he's good at that.
Dang.
6.
Why did he?
It was on
Okay, I
advantage.
was like, why did he have advantage?
Yeah.
So 13 points of fire damage.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So, Nyx, as you get sliced across the front, basically where that wound is, about a fire just bursts out and burns across his front. He looks visibly scared at this sudden burst of fire.
Woo!
Orcs' turns. They all still have advantage because all of the Goliaths went reckless. What is going on?
I don't know, but I like it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So all of those hit. So each orc up here is taking damage. Or no, I'm sorry. All but one of them are taking damage.
Nice.
So the two orcs beside you, Finn and Ezrin, they actually tag team at the same time. One comes down with a battle axe and the other comes down with a warhammer. You see the axe take off a leg while the warhammer just cracks down right on the skull of the green one, and the green one falls over. He's not moving. So action economy is turning a little bit in your favor up there.
Wish it was down here.
Yeah, you guys decided to take all the orcs to one spot.
Yeah, hindsight.
Graffiti, it is your turn.
Which one is the one that Nyx hit?
Nyx hit the one on the top.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast blindness on the other one. One that hasn't been hit.
They've both been hit. Xeno attacked as well.
Oh, okay, then I will reverse that and.
I believe that's the one you hit with your mace earlier, too.
Oh yeah, sure, you're right. It'll be the one just to the right of Nyx. So he needs to make a Constitution save to beat a 16.
Five.
Nice.
Fail.
So he's blind.
I'm going to notate that. This one is blind.
For my movement, this thing to the north of me, is that like rough terrain, or can I walk right through it? Right above me, like this two pieces here.
You are right where the ground starts to go into a cliff. So you can go up and go around that way. Fine.
Okay. So I'd be able to make it to roughly here. So I will go there with the torch.
Alright. You get into the center and see a couple of different things.
That's not a good thing.
You see what looks to be two different pairs of Goliaths.
Oh.
You see what looks to be a Goliath guard here, who is next to what looks to be a crotchety old Goliath female, who is kind of hobbling forward on using a cane as a support, heading in your direction. And you also see another guard emerging from the large tent with a towering Goliath, who is wearing an ornate helm on his head.
Fuck. Okay. Shitballs.
Xeno did not roll high enough on his perception check to notice the Goliath or the helmet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's real bad. Mm-hmm. Have they seen me yet? Do they look like they've seen me?
They see you as you round the corner.
Shit. Okay.
They point at you, and you understand them. They say, "Get them! Kill the traitors!"
Okay, sure. I'm going to use my bonus action to hidden step and disappear.
Oh, all right. Graffiti vanishes. Whoosh. They look around confused. Nyx.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna poison spray the guy in front of me. Oh my gosh.
Oh my good lord.
Man.
I hope it succeeds.
Well, if he. Nope.
Oh jeez.
Of course not. Because why would he? That matters because it was 1 damage anyway. So.
You conjure the magical energy and it poofs into existence, and he just does not allow the poison to affect him.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there. Yep, that's it.
Zeno.
Would it be an action or a bonus action to pull a card from the magic deck?
That would be an action.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to risk that yet. Then I'll just try to stab.
You have advantage. They went reckless.
I do have. Yeah, 22.
So that hits. We take the damage from the first one, so that is a total of 17 damage.
Nice.
I assume you are attacking the one directly next to you.
Yeah.
Anything else? You still have your movement and your bonus.
I will. No, I'll stay right there. That's fine.
All right. Finn.
I'll move down. Is this advantage with Ezra?
Yes. Well, they're all at advantage because the Goliaths are going reckless. So all of your attacks have advantage.
Okay, so quarterstaff first.
That hits.
Nice.
You switch targets. Come up. Whack this one right in the ass.
And then spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
All right, go for it. Both of those hit. So you come up, pop, pop. Anything else?
And I will do the first one. Dexterity save of 13 or be knocked prone.
Ooh, all right. Oh, 13.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's it for me.
It's now back to their turn. I'm going to do all the ones at the top first because it's simpler, and then we'll move down the map. So those ones are still all engaged with the orcs. So this one is at you, Finn, because you just hit him 3 times. So he's going to try to hit you. Advantage, 23 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, that's 11 slashing damage. And the rest of these are going towards orcs. All of those hit. The red orc seems to be tanking. He seems to be starting to breathe a little heavy. The wounds are showing. The blue one seems to be doing okay, but he's starting to show some wear as well. Graffiti, you invisibly see the 2 individuals in front of you start to look around.
Just go away. Just go away.
Graffiti, you see the one next to the old woman stay, and he holds his sword up as if he's ready to attack anyone who comes near. The old woman kind of closes her eyes and begins to move her hand and chant under her breath. And I need you to make a
No, I don't.
strength save.
What? Strength save. 14.
That succeeds. So, even though you are invisible, vines burst into existence all in this area here, crawling up and over the tents, as you narrowly avoid the entangle spell. So, you are currently in difficult terrain for the moment.
Okay. So that's my movement speed's halved, I think.
Yep, until you get out of the rectangle.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do the 2 attacks on Finn and Nyx. I'm sorry, on Xeno and Nyx.
Don't die!
Nyx. 16 to hit.
Oh.
Yep.
It hits 12 slashing. They're rolling really well on damage. Xeno. 12 to hit.
Nope. Or shouldn't the one on Nick be at disadvantage because he's blinded?
Actually, that is true.
Oh, hey.
However, the first roll was still a 16. So,
Oh.
Good point.
still hit.
But, oh, I got you because it cancels out. I see.
Advantage for Reckless.
Yep.
Alright, so Xeno, the one next to you, swings wildly. The great axe just kind of hits in the dirt right next to your feet. Nyx, you try to back out, but even if it's blind rage, it whoosh just swings wildly and cuts across your front. You are not looking too good.
Nope, sure not.
Graffiti, from amongst all the vines, you see the large person who has the helmet on, along with the one that's running out with him. He just kind of bellows, "Larceny! Larceny!" And you understand him to be saying, either they die or you die. That is all of their turns as he begins to move in this direction.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, sorry. That's not what he would do.
Okay.
He would move this way because there's orcs up there.
Yay!
Ezrin,
Alright, we are going to... which one of these looks the lowest? Sorry, I couldn't keep track.
I'm trying to keep track. The pink one looks the lowest at the moment. Or no. The, sorry. The purple. Can't keep track of my own notes.
I was going to go for... Actually, yeah, let's go for the purple one.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits. You bring your sword down across its back. And seeing as how they don't have armor, they're not hard to hit.
So that's 15 with the +4, and then I'm going to use my shield bash to bash the pink one to the ground.
Oh, alright. And that's a strength save, or an athletics check, correct?
Yep, can batting athletics checks.
Yep, so go ahead and roll it.
I wouldn't have advantage on that, right?
You would not.
Doesn't matter. Natural 20.
Wow. Alright, so you slash across the back of the purple one and just swing wide with your shield and just hit it right in the side, and the pink one topples to the ground prone. Anything else, Ezrin?
No, that's it.
It is the orc's turn. Much of the same. They are going to wail on everything around them. That's a miss and a hit. That hits. Hits. The purple Goliath in between Finn, Ezrin, and the two orcs is just getting pounded on. He doesn't look like he has much left to stand on. He's kind of looking around, hoping for someone to come to his aid. Graffiti, you're up. And at the start of your turn, you become visible again, correct?
That's correct.
Alright, so you reappear in this tangle of vines.
So, how much of my movement would it take to get out of here if I went left?
5, 10, 15. So you would have 15 feet after you exited the square.
To get to there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. You turn the corner and see Nyx barely standing. Looks like she's trying to hold up as best she can against this Goliath.
Okay. Then I'm gonna get to here. Cast Cure Wounds on her. Which is...
At what level?
What's that, sorry?
At what level?
Level 2. No, level 1. I'm on level 1.
Alright.
So you get 11 HP back.
Graffiti reaches out, touches you on the back, Nyx, and you feel that soothing energy flow through you and some of your wounds heal.
And I'm going to say... Can I say something as a bonus action?
Depends on what it is.
I basically want to say... We are vastly outnumbered. We need to get the hell out of here.
That's fine.
And that's my turn.
Graffiti runs back, says, "We're outnumbered, we gotta run!" Nyx, you're up.
Okay. I am going to... I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Alright, it's your bonus action.
3.
Not gonna comment on it. Which direction are you going?
Shoot back this way.
Alright.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna kind of Hail Mary pass here, and as my action, I'm just gonna kind of throw up my hands and say, "This is not our fight. They forced us to come here." And that's my turn.
Okay. Are you trying to yell towards the Goliaths?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
We don't even know if they speak common.
Yeah, natural 1. I said it was a Hail Mary pass.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Zeno, you see Nyx into just black vapor, and you hear her appear around a corner. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Gonna try to stab.
All right. You don't get sneak attack.
18 to hit.
That does hit, so you take your rapier, stick it right in, and pull it back out again. Does a little bit of damage.
Man, this guy's tough.
With each attack that you're making, does not seem to be doing as much damage as you hoped.
Yeah, we're in bad spirits.
I'm going to disengage and just start moving backwards quite a bit.
And that one is no longer blind, by the way. You saved.
Oh.
Zeno disengages and backs up away from Graffiti.
Graffiti's gonna take that shit. Hopefully.
Finn,
I'll move back up here and attack the purple one, quarterstaff.
go for it. That will hit. So you bring your quarterstaff down, crack, right on its head. It looks like he's barely standing.
And then I will just unarmed strike.
Go for it. That hits. What's your finishing touch on this Goliath, Finn?
Just a straight punch to his balls.
Alright, he's so focused on everyone else that you just scamper underneath and whoosh right up from underneath, and you actually push everything up inside, and you just kind of hold your fist there for a second before you yank it back out, and he just falls over and doesn't move.
And I'll use the rest of my movement to come up here to the pink one.
It is now the Goliath's turns. We'll get the ones up on the orcs easily enough. Hit, hit, and hit. All of the orcs are starting to look a little worse for wear, except for the orange and purple who've been teaming up and taking out one at a time.
Is one of these wearing the helmet? I didn't know which one.
Yeah. So Ezrin and Finn, you see the largest Goliath that you've seen, this guy here, along with another one who looks to be some sort of guard, and he is wearing a very ornate helmet. You don't know if that's the one you need, but looks pretty nice. Graffiti, we're going to get 2 attacks on you. First one. 18 to hit.
That it's, yeah.
15 points of slashing damage. Second one. 23 to hit.
That definitely hits too. Sweet.
So a total of 27 points of slashing damage as they both unload on you, Graffiti.
You alright, Graffiti?
That hurt a lot.
And these 2 are going to dash there.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Well, hope you guys liked graffiti.
Ezrin.
I guess old Pinky's still prone or no?
He would have stood up during their last turn, but you have advantage on attacks against him anyway because they all go reckless. So
Gotcha. I'll move over here, attack the blue one.
all right, go for it.
I forget to roll with advantage.
Roll again.
18 to hit.
So that does hit. You come down on the blue one, slash across the back of his thigh. Does a hefty bit of damage.
Remember to add the +4, and then I'm going to shield bash the pink one again.
Go for it.
16 athletics, and that's my turn.
21. So he's not prone. Things aren't looking too good at the moment, guys.
Yeah.
It is now the orc's turn. So we're going to get 1 attack on the guy with the helmet, 1 on the guard, and then the other 3 are just going to keep attacking the ones that they have been fighting with. That's a miss, a hit, another hit, and then that's a hit against the leader, and that's a hit against the other guy too. They're hitting them as best they can, but there's obviously another wave that came. Graffiti.
Sorry, I'm just crapping myself over here. I can use my action to disengage, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And get the fuck away.
So you can move your movement speed.
Yeah. I know. Okay.
That was only 25, I think.
I know, but graffiti would not leave anyone behind. So he wouldn't run past anybody in this scenario. Can I use a bonus action to yell anything
Yeah.
at the Goliaths?
Yes, sure.
And I will speak in giant. Shit. I'll speak in giant. I'll basically be yelling to my group as well, but making sure they hear me, saying, "Retreat! Retreat! This wasn't our fault, we are sorry!" So,
Okay. No one in your group can understand you because you're speaking giant.
that's okay. Wasn't the intention.
Nyx.
gosh.
I will say the one that you can see here, this one, he's not looking too great.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast magic missile on him. 10. And then I'm just going to say, circle around to the others so we can get out of here.
Nyx, you conjure those 3 darts, fire them off. One of them you see comes up and hits him in the ribs. The other one comes up, hits him right in the chest. And the last one goes straight for his forehead. And it just dents it. And he falls back.
Okay. Can I pull graffiti with me with my movement?
That would be an action, unfortunately.
Okay.
It would also be hilarious to see you pull a 7-foot fur bug along.
No, I was just hoping to sacrifice some of my movement to move him with me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Go.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm just gonna grab his hand and just be ready to run with him.
All right. Xeno.
I'm gonna pull a card from the magic deck.
Oh, Jesus.
See if I get lucky.
Okay. You fumble through your bag, find the pouch of cards, go ahead and roll a d20.
3.
Please summon a friendly dragon to kill all these people.
Right? Come on. Something good.
Xeno, you reach inside, pluck a card. You pull what appears to be a card that has the image of a campfire on it. It depicts a circle of stones with small logs ablaze. And as you look at it for half a second, it disappears into firelight. And you feel a sudden urge to start dancing.
Oh no.
So, for the moment, you cannot move unless you dance,
Wow.
which means you cannot stealth.
I'm gonna start dancing around to meet up with the others.
Alright, what dance are you doing and how far are you moving?
I move up this way. 30 feet.
Alright. What dance are you doing to move?
I'm not sure Xeno knows how to dance anything, so...
So, what movements does he do to consider dancing?
He does, like, those awkward, prom dance moves when people are trying to dance by themselves.
Just does the shoulder dip and the thumb
Yeah,
as he's moving?
pretty much.
Should have done the moonwalk, man. Peace!
And then, hold on, I can use my bonus action to dash further.
Yes, you can.
So I'll get to there.
Alright. Xeno starts running back up into the camp.
Doing my weird dancing as I go.
Finn, now you're up.
Which one looks worse, the pink or the red one?
The red looks slightly worse than the pink.
Alright, I'll move over one and attack the red one.
Alright, you have advantage still. That hits. So you come down with your quarterstaff. Crack!
And then unarmed strike, red.
That also hits. So you start wailing on the red one. Boosh, boosh. Are you spending a key point or just doing the one attack?
Just the one.
Alright. It is now all of their turns. Seeing as how you just hit it, Finn, the red one is going to attack you. Yep, so we're going to get attack at Finn, Ezrin, and one at the green. So this one is at Finn. 20 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, that is 15 points of slashing damage. Ezrin. That's a natural 20.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he rolled shit on his damage.
Unfortunately, DM. Really, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So that is 11 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make a Constitution save to keep up Shield of Faith.
17.
Yep, still up.
Nice.
Hits.
Which one did the pink attack?
The pink one attacked the green. The blue one is the one that hit Ezra.
Sentinel on pink.
Go for it. Natural 20!
Nice.
Woo! Alright. Now it comes down to these folks down here. Before either of the guards comes, the woman steps forward. They are coming up behind her. Since you yelled in giant graffiti, she yells back to you in giant. And you understand her to say, "Surrender now! You shall not escape!" And she holds out her arms to hold back the other two, trying to persuade you to stop.
She asks them to stop or me to stop?
She's asking you to surrender, and she's holding out her arms to stop the two Goliaths that are with her from running after you.
Do I have to respond now or wait for my turn?
On your turn. And you see the two that are beside her are like raring to go. Gotta get the other guy here.
Well,
Natural 20 on that orc. So the orange one finally takes takes a little bit of damage. And then the leader... he actually misses. So he tries to hit the purple one, and she just dodges out of the way. That's hilarious. Ezrin.
Which one looks worse for wear between pink and blue?
Between pink and blue, the blue one, much more so.
Okay. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be risky, but I'm going to longsword against the pink one, assuming they did reckless attack.
Yes, every single time they've gone reckless.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do longsword against the pink one. 23 to hit.
That hits.
14 points. And then shield bash the blue one to the ground.
Okay, the pink one's starting to show wear and tear. All of them near you all up top, except for the two that just joined. They're starting to look a little hurt.
Gotcha.
And then, did you roll your athletics check?
Yep, here it is. Why do they get advantage on that? Just curious.
Because they're raging.
13.
Yep. So he is not prone, unfortunately. He meets your DC. It is now the orcs' turns. So you see the red and blue orc team up and just hack and slash the red one to pieces. He is no longer standing. The green one is going to go after the pink. That hits. Pink looks like he's starting to barely stand. Both of those hit. So the orange and purple are still hacking away. They're basically one-on-one, one with the leader and one with looks like his personal guard. They're fighting away. Comes back to you, Graffiti.
I'm still shitting myself. Okay, I'm gonna fucking cast hold person on the queen bitch, whoever she is.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Which is a wisdom saving throw of 15. Please, for the love of God, work. Please.
Sorry, I gotta get to it.
No, I know. I'm just praying to the Thunder.
Alright, here we go.
Please. Yes!
Nice.
That's an 8. So you hear this plea, and she's kind of waiting for you to stop. You throw your hand forward, and she kind of tenses up in place, unable to move.
And I will turn to Nyx and say, run! And I'm gonna bolt it. Let's see.
I'm running with him if we want to, just for flavor's sake, that we move at the same time.
That's fine. So you can both move to whatever square you want.
So I'm gonna go there. Can't use my bonus actions because it's a spell. So that's my turn. Wait. Yeah, it wouldn't be beneficial. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. So Nyx, that's your movement. You still have your bonus and your action.
Can I this time use my action to pull Graffiti with me a little farther?
Yeah. So that'll be half your movement. So both you and Graffiti can move 15 more feet.
Okay.
Sweet. Where do I... So I can go right next to you, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my head, I still have your hand, and we're just taken off, so.
Come on, Zeno!
Zeno, you see Graffiti and Nyx sprinting past. Bonus action, Nyx? Sorcery points or anything?
No, I don't know what you were thinking, but no.
Throwing out options, just... Alright, Zeno, you're up.
Alright, go there, and then use my bonus action to sprint further, or dance further if that's still active.
Yep, you're still dancing. So, Graffiti and Nyx, as you are saying, come on, Zeno, we gotta run! He just bolts away from both of you, deeper into the camp.
Good job, Zeno! Get the fuck out!
And then... Am I close enough to these guys? I think I am for the bow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to attack this one here.
You run towards the sound of skirmishing, and you see what looks to be a very large Goliath wearing a very ornate helm on his head.
Let's fire away.
Make the attack. Wow, you rolled a 1 and a 2.
That's awful. Ugh.
I am so sorry. Yeah, you pull back your bow, fire off, and it actually goes through the hair of the orc that he's fighting, and she kind of glares over at you.
Whoopsie. Alright, that's it from me.
All right. Finn.
Is it a bonus action to take a health potion?
Yes.
Alright, I will quarterstaff the pink one.
Go for it.
17.
What is your finishing touch on this Goliath, Finn?
I will quarterstaff him in the balls, because that seems to be their weakness.
So you take your staff and just bring it up, whack, right in, and he just falls over.
And I'll drink my health potion and say to Ezra, aim for their balls.
All right. It's a regular potion?
Yeah.
All right. 2d4 plus 2.
So 6 plus 2, 8.
Yep. So the blue one is the only one left alive over there. except for the 2 later arrivals. Anything else, Finn? Still have your movement.
No, that's it.
It is now their turn. The blue one, seeing who is the worst over there, is going to attack for the green. That hits. So the green orc is taking tons of damage, but is still standing. He's just growling right back in his face.
A true warrior.
They are doing very well. The other one on the orange one, that hits. And the leader, that hits. So the purple one, for the first time in the entire fight, gets hit. These two are going to sprint after both of you. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly 60 feet.
Uh-oh.
Gotta be shitting me.
Not for that one, though. That one can only get to there.
Oh my god. I thought we were out of the woods.
To be fair, you started going back down the hill, which cost you a little bit of movement. So they can attack, but that's that. And the shaman gets to save, correct? Against your hold person?
Yes. So what was it here? At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw, which is a 15 to beat.
Natural 20.
Damn.
Jesus. So that's at the end of his turn, so it can't move, so.
Yeah, so Graffiti, you feel your concentration fade, and you know that she must have saved against your spell, but her turn is wasted.
Cool.
Ezrin.
To be fair, the big dude is also doing reckless attacks?
Yes, they all have been.
Gotcha. Longsword the blue guy then. Ba-boom. That is an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Oof. I think... Can I do Shield Master? Yeah, if you take the attack action. So I'm going to try to shove him to the ground.
Alright,
Oops. First one's a 16.
he makes it, unfortunately. It's your turn, Ezrin, I take it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Have you used just one spell slot, or have you used both?
It's just one. I have 3 though. But just one so far.
Alright, comes to the orcs' turns. They're going after the blue one first. Another natural 20, which is ridiculous. So between the first 2 attacks, between the blue and the green, they are able to take down this Goliath. The red one then comes charging this direction. Hits. So the 2 orcs begin wailing on the leader who's wearing the helmet. And the assistant also gets whacked for a couple points of damage. Graffiti, you're up.
And I'm still crafting myself. The edge just to our right, is that still low enough to get over with ease, or is that like climbable? Like you have to climb it?
At that point, you could probably get up it fairly easily.
Okay.
It's probably only like 4 or 5 feet high at that point.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the one next to me.
All right.
It's my last freaking level 2 spell, so it needs to make a 15 Wisdom saving throw. Please work. Or I'm in shit. Or we're in shit, actually, this time. Please. Yes!
What's your DC?
15.
Okay. So you once again extend your hand forward, and his body freezes.
And I look at Nyx again and say, let's bolt it. And we're basically repeating the same thing. See how far can I get here?
If you're moving with him, Nix, you can just go.
Yeah, as we're running away, I want to turn to the other guy.
The one that's not frozen?
The guy that isn't frozen, yeah. And I'm going to shoot off Chromatic Orb.
Woo! Oh, shit. Okay. As a note, if you shot at the one who is held, he would have...
No, not the guy that's held. The other guy.
Oh no, what he was gonna say you have advantage.
Right.
Oh, well. But not that guy. The other guy. And I'm casting it with fire. And what the hell, we're going to use Tides of Chaos, too.
Oh, shit. All right.
Brack him up. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on.
24.
Ooh.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So you coalesce that energy, fire it off, and it just detonates across his chest.
And then, yes, I am running with graffiti.
That is one of the original two that chased you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the one that you firebolted, Hellish Rebuked, but he did still take damage. So he is not looking too good at the moment.
Okay.
The other one, the one that Graffiti held, looks fine. He hasn't actually taken any hits, but he is currently held.
He's gonna stay that way. Fucker.
You can only hope.
Oh, and I will use my bonus action to get back a second level spell slot.
Ooh, all right.
Nice.
We're pulling this out. Come on.
All right, Zeno.
I'm gonna move a little bit forward here and try to shoot the bigger one again.
You have advantage.
17.
That does hit. So this time you pull back your arrow, knock it, hits him in the back, and he just kind of cries out. You all are starting to gang up on him.
We might have this, guys.
Maybe.
That's it for my turn.
Knocking on freaking wood.
Right?
Finn.
Theoretically, if I just wanted to climb up this guy and grab the helmet off him, what would I have to do?
It would be opposed athletics checks to climb up his body, and then you would likely need a check to get the helmet off of his head.
Okay, never mind. I'll just run up a quarterstaff.
All right.
18.
That hits. Basically, everyone's been hacking and slashing into this guy. You take it and get him, just kind of jab him with the end straight in the sternum. Bam!
And then I will spend a key point to flurry of blow.
Ooh, all right.
Nice.
Double nat ones, and he's still...
25.
That's...
Thank God for luck.
And 23.
Oh.
And then the one to knock him prone. So a dex save of 13.
I think I heard the DM say that's not fair.
Oh, it isn't fair. You just roll double nat ones and still hit.
That halfling luck.
It's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, both of those hit. So that is all on the leader guy, I assume.
Yeah.
So that is doing that. Okay. He's starting to take some wear. He definitely doesn't look as strong as he was at the very beginning of the fight. And then which one did you say you were doing again? Sorry.
The first one, dexterity save of 13 or be knocked prone.
Saves. Sorry. Comes to their turn. Going to get an attack at the purple. 2 attacks at the purple. Hits. Assistant misses. So the purple's starting to take on some damage now as well. All the orcs are starting to look a little ragged.
Did the leader attack the purple?
Yes, he did.
Sentinel. 25.
That hits. Punch him. Very much still alive. This one is going to move. Nyx, that one can just get into melee with you. Here's the attack at you, Nyx, at advantage.
Ugh.
16.
Yep.
Alright, only 6 points of slashing damage. So I think you're still up.
Sorry, yeah. I said not too bad damage, so I'm okay for the moment.
Graffiti and Nyx, you both see the shaman sprinting up the little hill.
Oh, she's pissed.
Can't do anything, but that's her turn. And then the other one still has to save against your spell.
Yes!
Haha.
Fail, so he is still held.
A little bit of luck.
That is all of their turns. Graffiti and Nyx, as you all are running through the center of this camp, you do see what looks to be faces poking out of tents. Some are very young, some are elderly,
Good.
some seem to be females waking up from sleep.
As long as they stay there.
You don't know if they will or won't. Ezrin,
Jesus.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Whoop, whoop.
Woot.
Thanks, Katie.
Someone cares.
I am going to. Let me make sure. Yep. I'm gonna loop around and. Jesus, come on, you can do it. There we go. I'm gonna stab the big guy.
alright. Advantage.
That is a 20 to hit.
That still hits.
13 points, and then I'm gonna try to knock him prone with my shield. Natural 20 is the first one.
Hey, nice.
Hey! No, he is knocked prone. So as you slice into him, he's starting to get wounds all over the place, and you just and he just falls back prone on the ground. Anything else, Ezra?
That's it.
It is the orcs' turn. They are all going to unleash on these people. We're going to get 3 attacks on the assistant, 2 attacks on the leader. Another natural 20 for them. Holy shit.
Nice. These guys are awesome.
The assistant looks like he is significantly hurt as well. He is barely standing. And we have 2 attacks on the leader. Jesus, another one. Okay. Well, leader's starting to hurt real bad now. Graffiti.
So I'm gonna yell out to Nyx, let's go, and book it. Make it pretty damn far. I'm gonna use my action to dash. So, can I say something to Xeno as I'm running by as well? Or no?
And if you want,
Okay. Well, now as I'm running past Xeno, I'll yell, Xeno, we have more coming from the other side. And I'm gonna survey group.
you have your bonus action still.
Yeah, I'm surveying the damage here. I'm going to. I think it's 60 feet range. Hold on, let me check. Where the hell is the spell? Yeah, 60 foot range, so I think I can cast it on Nyx. Yep. I'm gonna healing word Nyx, level 1.
Nice.
Alright. What do you say to heal her up? You're shouting across the battlefield. What are you yelling to her?
I'll I'll go with what I would normally say and say, may the light be with you.
Okay, so that's 10 points of healing, Nix.
Starting to run low, though. Let's kill these people.
Nix.
Please, for the love of God, have a way out.
For flavor, as Graffiti says that, squeeze his hand, and then I'm gonna Misty Step away.
I was betting on that.
And then,
He wasn't there for you to grab his hand, but that's okay.
well, like, as he was like, we gotta go, and he starts running, because we had each other's hands, I squeeze his hand, and then I go.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Then I will. Okay, let's see here. I think I can get right up next to him there with my movement. Okay, that's my turn. Whew.
Well, slightly better. Hi, everyone.
Only slightly. Okay.
Alright. Zeno.
Alright, how do these two look here?
This one looks rough. The leader is starting to get to a point where he's just getting massacred by so many people.
Alright, yeah, let's go up to there. And I'll try to shoot at this guy that I can spot coming through.
Alright, make the attack.
Is this still an advantage, or?
Yep.
I don't think he's reckless attack yet.
He did against me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no sneak, but 24.
Nice.
What's your finishing touch, Zeno, as your arrow flies?
Yeah.
I aim right for his eye, so it sticks through and just straight through the back of his head.
And it does. It actually pops out the back of his skull, and he just falls over backwards.
Nice.
Anything else, Zeno?
Yeah, that's it.
You still have your bonus.
Actually, I'm gonna try to bonus action dash and sort of crouch between the tents. I'm trying to be as unseen.
Okay. Finn.
Quarterstaff the leader again.
Go for it.
20.
That hits. Another staff. Brack! Still up.
And I will use my last key point for Flurry of Blows.
Alright.
26.
That one hits.
25.
Also hits. Alright, so Finn, you kind of hop up on his arm and just jump up towards his face right after you hit him with your quarterstaff. Just crack, crack! 2 quick punches to the face as you fall back down to earth. He's woozy and just kind of standing there. He looks like he's about to fall, but he's still conscious.
Nice.
They are just going to start swinging wild because they are surrounded. That hits at the green one, and that actually, the special guard you see comes across and just slices through the neck of the green orc. Green orc is no longer up. And then the leader, he now will stand up using half of his movement.
Is that the first orc we've lost?
Yep, he's going to go after the red orc. And he beheads that one. So you lose 2 orcs in 1 turn.
Oh no.
Ezrin.
I'm just gonna go for this guy again. 23 to hit.
That hits.
It's 14 points, and then I'm gonna try to knock him down again.
As you bring down your sword, he is just at the point of slicing off the head of the orc, and he turns to try to block your blade, but it's too late. Your sword comes striking down, what's your finishing touch?
Hey.
Yes.
As you knock the leader out and kill him.
Nice.
Hearing what Finn said earlier, I'm actually going to kind of eye up his ass a little bit, and seeing what he was talking about, his nuts are a little exposed. I'm going to just kind of uppercut him with my sword right to the nuts.
All right, you take your sword and right, so you slice upward from between the butt crack and just come all the way up, just slicing all the way through all of it. Finn and all of the orcs, and you two, Ezra and Nick, Graffiti Nicks, you see two little lumps just fall onto the ground.
And then without skipping a beat, I'm going to knock down this guy to the right of me.
All right.
Or attempt to, that is. Oh, not 20
Hey.
again.
Jeez, oh man, yep, you knock him prone.
Ezrin is very strong.
My goodness.
Dope fighter.
All right, that is crazy.
That's it.
It is the 3 orcs' remaining turns, and all of them there, I don't even need to roll the attacks. They eviscerate the remaining guard.
Are we still in combat, or can I interact with something?
Well, there's still 2 more down here.
Because on their turn,
Her turn isn't until after Finn, right? It was the orc's turn.
I didn't have her go on the last one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Isn't there one other too?
Yeah, but he is still being held.
Oh, that's right.
But I held her off for dramatic effect because I wanted to. So you, Nix, and Graffiti all see her point up towards the sky over where the leader and that entire cluster of individuals is. And you start to hear as she casts Call Lightning. But she knows that's where her leader is. She does not know that he has fallen at this point. She is blindly casting the spell.
Please don't hit me. Please land on the leader's dead body. That would just be priceless.
It actually lands there. So,
Whoa!
Ezrin, as well as the 3 remaining orcs, you all see this storm begin to coalesce in the center of the sky, and a bolt of lightning just comes hurtling down. I need all of you to roll a dexterity save.
Like including me and Nix, or just the people in that group?
Just those 4.
Okay.
So I get +2 to this, right? So 13. And then would this follow the 3rd bullet point or no?
But I will double check because I'm fairly certain that's how the spell works. Yes.
It is in effect, yeah. It's not a spell or target, so that's up to your discretion. We talked about it before.
Wait, say it again, sorry?
It does say if you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw. So whether or not this would be an effect is up to your discretion.
Remind me what our conclusion was?
It was basically if it was targeting me specifically, it wouldn't count. But if it was like something like
AoE.
yeah, basically.
Yeah. So that is correct. So what was your save?
13.
What's giving you the 13? I see 11.
Well, I get the +2 no matter what. And then the 3rd bullet says I take no damage because I put my shield in between it.
+2 for what?
I add my shield's modifier to my dex saves. Oh, that's only if it targets me. So 11, sorry. I need to read the whole thing.
Yep, so that is still a fail. So now I'm going to roll for the orcs. That's a 2. That's a fail. 10. That's a fail. And that's a save. The bolt of lightning comes striking down right on the corpse of the special guard and just detonates. The blue orc as well as the purple orc are blasted back, and you all see their bodies land on the ground, singeing, not moving, burnt husks. Orange is alive. Doesn't look very good, but alive. Ezrin, you take 16 points of lightning damage.
But am I allowed to do the third bullet point? If you are subjected to a dexterity saving throw that allows you to only take half damage, you use your reaction to take no. If you succeed,
No damage. If you succeed, you did not succeed.
Shit, sorry. I need to read yet again.
So you still take 16 points of lightning damage.
Got it.
Alright, so Graffiti, it's now your turn. You see this bolt of lightning come firing down and just basically rain destruction on this entire swath of bodies.
I have a look of shock on my face, and I'll instantly run over to Azrin and cast Cure Wounds. So 10 HP to you. And yeah, that's my turn. Actually, wait. How would I know how much health the orange orc has?
He doesn't look too good.
Okay.
You can see by the wounds on his chest.
Alright, then... Oh, never mind. This is an action. Never mind. Don't have an action left. That's my turn.
Nyx.
Okay, I am... Double check the range on that spell. Yeah, we're good. I am going to turn back towards her, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb again. Fire.
Oh shit. Alright.
What did you do?
18.
Ah, shit. Is it too late to take my bonus action? I assume it is.
Go ahead, Graffiti.
I just wanted to yell out to everybody. There's still one left, and she's over there. And I'll point over to Shaman.
Okay. You yell this out, Graffiti, as Nyx coalesces the fire energy right behind you, lines it up, fires it forward, and Nyx, the fire energy that you create, punches a hole straight through her chest and flies this way and slams into this tent, which bursts into flames.
Never mind.
Okay, and I'm going to say, grab the helm and let's get the hell out of here.
She had 20 hit points.
Jeez.
She had not been hit the entire fight.
One
And
shot.
I'm going to start
One
heading
shot.
out this way and being like, okay, let's go.
All right. You all grab the helm. Zeno, I assume you're going to start running as well.
Yeah.
All right. Zeno quickly catches up. You all sprint out of the camp. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Jeez.